welcome to today's special coverage of the 63rd UCC SRC and local news transfer of power. It's a handing over session, it's the transition session, and today we are here to witness this beautiful transition of power from the outgoing colleagues to the incoming colleague right here at the Academic Board Chamber at the University of Cape Coast. So I'm going to be bringing you coverage from TV UCC, so keep subscribing, share the content, and we'll be right here to give you the live coverage of whatever is going on, so stay with us. Right, so I'm here with the Dean of Students, Professor Daniel Apad. Okay, so today was the handing over ceremony. Your take on everything and how the process was for you?
Well, I would say it went well. It went well. Students, as usual, their response to time. But I would say in all, it went well.
Right, so the handing over ceremony was today, and how are you going to support the students in achieving their vision?
Yes, I will say that the University of Cape Coast, we have been blessed with student leaders who understand that they play a key role in mobilizing the students to work with management to advance their cause. And so what we will do, what we have done as a university, is to collaborate with them, work with the student leaders, share ideas together, and see where students can come in. Their numbers. We have students in their numbers. And the little that our students can do together when we collaborate, I'm sure we'll be able to do more for them. So that's why we intend to create that environment where we have that collaboration between the student leaders and the management of the university. So that their ideas, students will always come with all sorts of ideas. Some of them we need to guide them. We need to tell them what they can do and what they cannot do, especially with student leaders when they take over office. They are so ambitious. Sometimes they want to do even more than their resources will allow them to do, and that's where we come in. We guide them. We tell them, look, this is doable, it's feasible. This, given what you have, that is not doable. So we'll create that enabling environment, and we can push them to do more for the university.
So I have the outgone GRASAG president here, Robert. For the last name, I can't pronounce it, so he's going to pronounce it. Your full name again, Robert what?
Robert Ipi Nankop.
Is the stressed part of the,
Yes, it's IPIIN. So the double I in the middle makes it stretch. Ipi means gifts.
Oh, okay. So you are gifts to, the... All right, so... Your tenure in office, how smooth was your tenure in office?
Yeah, so thankfully my tenure of office was very smooth. I took over with a lot of anxiety, but when I went into the position, I noticed there was a lot I could do. So with all the past 10 months, I dedicated my effort, my time to make sure GRASAG was a beautiful association on campus. And that is exactly what has happened. Even beyond campus, GRASAG UCC has been the famous student leadership in the whole of Ghana. So I'm proud about this, and I am bold to say that it gives me joy handing over today. And you can read from my handing over speech, I spoke with love, with joy, and with courage. And that is the transcendence of what I have done over the past 10 months. But nonetheless, what I can pinpoint and say is the best policy I live as I'm leaving office is having a postgraduate research center where postgraduate students can have video conference facility, have seminars, have tutorials, workshops, and data analysis. That has been my dream. When I did my master's, I wish I had a facility like that. But now postgraduate students can boast of that facility with video conference. The other one is that we were able to write recommendations based on our representation to 2 students and they got scholarship to study abroad. And I felt proud because GRASAC is not a mere association now on campus because of our reputation now. So these are greatest achievements that I can boast of. Many of them I have read in my handing over speech, including the infirmary that we have established, including the postgraduate academic calendar policy, which has come to stay. Many of Field International Research Conference, we were the only union in Ghana that participated in the National Education Forum at Volta Serene Hotel, and it's a beautiful thing to rock shoulders with great guys in Ghana. Leaders of the country, to deliberate with them. We are also part of National Economic Forum and several other international organizations like Association of African Union Congress in Senegal. We participated. We went there. In Ani in Accra, we went there. So the tenure was marked with a great deal of upliftment for postgraduate students on campus that I can boast of.
So no challenges, you didn't experience?
There are challenges, especially having to dialogue and deal with management. It's quite challenging. You see, sometimes you want to push an idea and management says otherwise. But nonetheless, I can say that one of the greatest challenge I can mention is having a 6 months policy for postgraduate students that I've not been able to achieve, and that because of inability of our consultations with management to get this policy done. I'm hopeful that the incoming administration would still take it up to make sure that comes to pass.
So what advice then would you give to the incoming administration?
One thing I learned is that, and I mentioned that, if you are a leader, student leaders exemplary, you have to pick all calls. Whether you know the number or you don't know, you have to pick the call. Because at every point in time, students call you with their issues, even beyond odd hours. So if you don't respond, the next moment will be a demonstration they are staging on campus, or be an issue that you have not dreamt of. One time I was sleeping in the night and a student fell on the staircase in one of the private hostels, and I was called. I have to go and attend to. Imagine I had not picked that call at that mid-hour. So my advice is that as student leaders, always pick a call. If you are busy, return the call. Otherwise, students will say after voting for you, you're going to sleep, they call you, you don't pick, those syndrome.
I am so privileged to have you here. You look good in your outfits, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so NK Ntim, and then the sweet vice president, her name is
Miss Debbie.
Yes, Miss Debbie. So thank you for being here right now. So the experience, how do you feel at the moment?
All right, so first and foremost, thank you so much to your very self for having us here, and a very good evening, good morning. I don't know, anytime you watch this video, we appreciate you having time with us. I think it's a mixed feeling looking at the processes we went through and the whole procedure. It's a mixed feeling now. You are kind of happy, emotional, full of joy, but in all of it, for me personally, it's all about selflessly serving the student. And the mandate that the student has entrusted in us means that they are ready to see us serve them and also speak on behalf of the student to management to see that the student becomes better off. Yes, please.
Let me ask Debbie, were you once doubting that maybe you were not going to win the presidency? Were you once doubting?
Oh no, I never doubted, because in everything we did, we made sure that we did it selflessly and also seek support from God. So it's something we really wanted to come this far, and God has really helped us through it.
Right now, so let's look at your policies. Which one are you putting your best bet on that you're hoping to achieve? Which one of the policies are you putting your best bet on?
All right, so I'll say two. Let me talk about the flagship one, the Aberfontaine policy. That's the internet, because before we even started this whole process, I've gone to make enquiries to get to know how we'll be able to solve this. So I'm trusting, and I know that by the end of my tenure, poor internet connectivity on UCC campus will be a thing of the past. And also on accommodation, it saddens my heart, because you hear students calling in, you go to the hostels, and they are treating students in a way that is very and extremely unbearable. You also ask them the fees they are charged, and it's so exorbitant, it's so high, and we ask ourselves, where did we get to? I was so much impressed that the Pro Vice Chancellor expounded and reiterated that it's something that they are going to even set up a help desk, a private desk at the office of the Dean of Students, which means that it's something that they are also interested in. And I'm sure by the time I'm ended with my tenure, accommodation issues will be dealt with. We are also trying to start with the SRC Annex. It's something that has been on the table for too long. The question I ask myself is, for how long are we going to keep investing money and not take a bold step and start the project? If we start the project, and even if it's 2 cities or 20 cities that the alumni is bringing on board to help support such a project, I think that will make headway than to always keep on putting money down, investing the money, and not starting the project. And so it's something that personally we are going to do that. We are going to start, even if it's the foundation. What we will do is then to put in strategic measures so that any other president that will take over from us, wherever we get to, if it's the foundation, if it's the lantern, if it's the roofing, any other SRC president that comes after us will be interested in also making sure that we have an SRC annex to help mitigate the accommodation issues that we have on campus as well. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to add something to what my president has said. So we, the Ntim fraternity, believe in inclusive policy, and as such, we also thought it wise that inclusivity in UCC campus means that our students with special needs are not being sidelined. So we also decided that as part of our policy, we will ensure that our students with special needs get a conducive environment for their academic study, especially in their residence, especially in their hall of residence. So what we want to do is that we want to collaborate with the JCLC presidents and the executive so that at least we get a particular room dedicated for our students with special needs, so that when they also want to study, they can just go there and study. And again, we are ready to collaborate with the association to at least procure some laptops to aid them, since they are gradually moving away from the use of the bill. This and many more are some of the things we want to do. And even with the health policy, where we want to ensure that when our students go to the university hospital, they can just use their student ID to serve as a passage for medical treatment. Thank you so much.
It's going to be challenging, but for us, we are saying that we are going to make sure we do whatever that we stated, especially because you realize that the hostels are not on campus, and these are private hostels belonging to private people. So at the end of the day, it's my private property, and that's what they will tell you. So we are going to use all stakeholders and all the forces we have to make sure that it's being done. It's not going to be easy, but trust me, we are going to make sure we do it together with management as well.
So we heard from the Dean of Students, the newly inaugurated SRC President, and other stakeholders within the academic board chamber right here at the University of Cape Coast. They promise us accountability. Others promise to work with us efficiently to, improve the tenure of office for the newly inaugurated SRC executives. Whatever transpires at the University of Cape Coast right here. I have been your host, Ntiamoah, so keep subscribing and liking the videos. Stay with us.